It is easy to believe that life is unfair when something you deeply wanted suddenly disappears. You work hard, you wait patiently, and you finally think your chance has arrived. Then, somehow, the timing is wrong. A message comes too late, a door closes, someone walks away, and you are left wondering why all your effort did not lead where you expected. But what if a disappointment is not always a dead end? What if some endings are quietly guiding us somewhere we could not have found on our own? In a small seaside town, a young woman named Elena spent most of her life carrying one private dream. She wanted to become a writer. Her town was peaceful. Fishing boats left the harbor early each morning, small shops opened along the narrow streets, and the sound of the ocean was always somewhere in the background. Elena loved that quiet life, but her imagination reached far beyond the town. Whenever she had free time, she wrote. She filled notebooks with stories, memories, and characters. Writing was not simply a hobby for her. It was the place where she could express feelings she could not easily explain to other people. Not everyone understood her dream. Some people told her that writing was uncertain. Others encouraged her to find a safer career. A few even asked why anyone would want to read a book written by someone from such a small town. Their comments stayed in Elena's mind, but she continued. For nearly 3 years, she worked on her first novel. She wrote before work, after work, and sometimes late into the night. Some days she completed several pages. On other days she managed only a few sentences. Still, she kept showing up. Eventually, she wrote the final sentence. Elena closed the notebook and sat quietly at her desk. Tears filled her eyes. The book was not published yet, and nobody knew her name, but she had accomplished something important. She had finished what she once believed might be impossible. Then came the next challenge, finding a publisher. She sent her manuscript to one company after another. Weeks passed, then months. Most never replied. Others sent polite rejection letters. Each rejection made her question herself. Maybe my story is not good enough. Maybe I am not meant to do this. Still, she tried again. Eventually, Elena submitted her manuscript to a famous publishing company in the city. This was the kind of opportunity she had imagined for years. If they accepted her book, everything could change. Then she waited. 1 week passed, then another. Soon, 2 months had gone by. Every day, Elena checked her email and watched for the mail carrier. She tried to continue with her normal routine, but part of her was always waiting for an answer. One rainy afternoon, the answer finally came. An envelope from the publishing company was waiting at her gate. Elena carried it inside with trembling hands. She sat at the same desk where she had written her novel and slowly opened it. They had read her manuscript. They liked her writing. They wanted to meet her. For a moment, Elena could hardly breathe. Her dream seemed to be opening right in front of her. Then she noticed the meeting date. It had already passed. The letter had arrived too late. Elena read the date again, hoping she had misunderstood it, but she had not. The opportunity she had waited months for had come and gone, without her ever knowing about it. She called the publishing company, hoping they might give her another chance, but the editor had already moved on to another project, and there was no immediate opportunity to reschedule. Elena put down the phone and stared at her manuscript. For the first time in 3 years, she did not want to write. That evening, she whispered a question into the quiet room. Why would life show me a door only after it had closed? She she had no answer. And sometimes that is the hardest part of disappointment, not knowing why. But Elena did not yet realize that this missed opportunity was not the end of her story. It was the beginning of a different one.
The days that followed were difficult for Elena. She continued with her daily routine, but something inside her had become quiet. Her notebook stayed closed on the desk, and the dream that once gave her energy now seemed to remind her of failure. One evening, her aunt Mara came to visit. Mara had always been a thoughtful woman. She had spent many years working in a school library, surrounded by books and young people with dreams of their own. When she saw the letter on Elena's desk, she understood that something had happened. Elena handed it to her. After reading it, Mara sat beside her and listened. "It came too late," said Elena. "I waited for months, and when the answer finally came, the chance was already gone." Mara did not immediately try to make her feel better. She knew that painful moments do not always need quick answers. After a while, she said, "Maybe that was not the door you were meant to enter." Elena looked at her sadly. "That sounds nice," she said, "but it does not change what happened." "No, it does not. Today still hurts, but don't decide what your entire life means while you were standing in the middle of your pain." Those words stayed with Elena. For several weeks, she stopped writing. She still worked, helped at home, and walked through the town, but the excitement had disappeared from her life. Then one afternoon, while walking near the harbor, she noticed a small cafe she had passed many times before. A wooden sign outside announced an open reading night. Anyone could bring a poem, a story, or a personal piece and read it to the small audience. Elena almost kept walking. She was afraid. What if nobody liked her writing? What if her voice shook? What if people thought she was foolish for still chasing a dream? But that evening, she found herself thinking about the cafe again. The following Friday, she went inside. The room was small and comfortable. People read poems, memories, and short stories. Their writing was not perfect, and their voices were not always confident, but nobody seemed to care about perfection. They were simply sharing something honest. For the first time in weeks, Elena felt a little lighter. At the end of the evening, the cafe owner asked if anyone else wanted to read. Elena looked down at her hands. Inside her bag was one page from her novel. She had almost forgotten it was there. After a long moment, she raised her hand. "I can read something." Her voice was quiet, but she stood up. She walked to the front of the room and unfolded the page. Her hands were trembling. For a second, she wanted to sit back down. Then she remembered Mara's advice. She took a slow breath and began. At first, her voice was uncertain, but as she continued, she became more comfortable. The story was about a woman waiting for an important message that could change her future. The room became quiet. People listened. When Elena finished, there was a short silence, then the audience applauded warmly. It was not a huge celebration. Nobody knew her name. Nobody offered her a publishing contract. But something important happened. Elena realized that her words could reach people. Afterward, an older man approached her. His name was Thomas Reed, and he had once worked as an editor. "I think you have something here," he told her. Elena was surprised. Thomas did not tell her that the manuscript was perfect. Instead, he gave her a small card and offered to read it honestly. The next morning, Elena looked at the card for a long time. She was still afraid of rejection, but this time she decided that being afraid did not mean she had to stop. She took her manuscript from the shelf. The pages looked different now. Before, she had believed the book was finished because she had written the last page.
Now she wondered if perhaps finishing the first draft had only been the beginning. A few days later, Elena carried the manuscript to Thomas's apartment above an old bookstore. Books filled the room from floor to ceiling. Thomas took the manuscript and promised to read it carefully. Then Elena waited again. But this waiting felt different. She was no longer waiting for someone to decide whether her dream was valuable. She was waiting to learn how she could become better. When Thomas finally called, Elena returned to his apartment. The manuscript was covered with notes and comments. At first she felt nervous. Then Thomas looked at her and said, "There is a strong story here, but some of its best parts are still hidden." Elena listened carefully. He explained that she had been protecting herself while writing. She had avoided certain emotions because they were too personal. Readers do not need perfect writing first. They need something honest.